Welcome YouTubers. Today I'm going to attempt to cook a whole 21-pound turkey in my All-American 921 canner. So as you see, the 21-pound turkey barely fit in there, but I think I'm safe. So what I did was I added about 12 cups of water to this, and I already peeled and cut up an onion and put it inside the turkey. One thing you want to do is use the tray on the bottom to keep the turkey off the bottom of the pot. That's important. Next, I'm going to add some garlic salt. I love garlic salt. I'm going to give it a liberal coating and put that away. And I love garlic so much that I'm going to add some cloves of garlic to the pot. Now, one thing nice about a pressure cooker is there's no need to cut up the garlic. You can just get the shells off the garlic, peel the cloves out, and get as much of the white papery substance off as you can. And once you have a few of them, I decided to use 4 for this project. I'm just going to take them and toss them inside the bird. So all that flavor will come out of them because of the pressure cooking process. So I'm just going to drop all 4 right inside the bird, and we're getting close to getting there. So the lid goes on. I'm always really careful to make sure my lid is even. It's easy to get the lid cockeyed, and you can actually do damage to your very expensive pressure canner. So we don't want to do that. So always tighten across the way. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to turn the heat up. Let's go. So I've got a GE gas stove that's got a power boil burner, which seems to work real well for pressure canning and pressure cooking as well. So my pressure's up to 15 pounds. This is when I get to start my timer. I use the method of 5 minutes per pound. So for this bird, it was exactly 1 hour and 45 minutes that I set my timer for. Once I'm up to pressure, I'm going to turn down the heat, set my timer, and now my timer's done. One thing to be careful of is your time does not start until you get to full pressure, so just keep that in mind. Don't rush it. There's no sense rushing it. So my timer's done, and I'm going to use the slow release method. This is very crucial. Do not take the weight off of it. Let it stay the whole time. Now that we're done with that, I'm going to attempt to get the bird out with 2 really sturdy spatulas, but that ain't going to work. This thing's way too heavy. So going back to the slow release method, make sure you leave the weight on until the dial says 0. I know it's so tempting to pull it off and let it steam, but don't do it. So I've got the bird and I'm letting it drain. I'm going to let all the juices run up back into the pot. That's going to be used later for some turkey soup base, which I might feature on YouTube as well. Stay tuned. If you're a huge fan of wings, they're going to fall off. So sorry about that. The turkey's literally wanting to fall apart at this point. And it looks kind of gross. It's kind of a gray color, not very appetizing looking at this moment. So what I'm doing is I heated up my stove to 500 degrees, and we're going to do some browning. So once the stove is up to temperature, just grab the bird, a little more garlic powder on there. You really can't go wrong. It adds so much flavor to the skin and to the meat. Or garlic salt. Let me restate that. So bird goes in the oven, and just keep an eye on it. It's going to want to turn brown very quickly. Oh, this is the finished product. Nice dark brown color. The skin is very thin. Most of the fat is off the skin, so just keep that in mind. It is still very delicious skin. The turkey actually turned out better than any turkey I've ever made before. It was so juicy and wonderful, and I've never had that happen in the oven. I've used bags, I've used every trick in the book, and every turkey I've ever made has been on the dry side. I'm not going to say it was horribly dry, but nothing like this. This is absolutely fantastic. You sliced into it and the juices just ran out of the meat. Very, very delicious. Very easy also to pick the bones clean for making, if you're going to keep some turkey for your soup. Obviously, you might want to eat the breast meat, but the soup meat, the dark meat, is really good as well. And it was easy to get the bird cleaned and not leave anything on the bone. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try this yourself. Goodbye.